Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. Um, you know what? Let's read a little bit about thriller. Thriller is a genre of fiction with numerous often overlapping subgenres. Blah 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 blah. Thrillers are characterized and refined by moods they elicit, giving their audiences heightened feelings of suspense, excitement, surprise, anticipation, and anxiety. This genre is well suited for making thriller films and television programs. A thriller generally keeps its audience on the edge of their seats, right? Okay. Let's read a little bit. What's the difference between horror and thriller? Horror games aim to evoke fear through atmosphere and storytelling. Thrillers, on the other hand, emphasize suspense and tension, often involving a mystery or chase that keeps the audience on edge. Okay, you got all that? Okay, because it's important for today's video. Today's video is about everybody's favorite game ever. Hello Neighbor! Oh yes, my favorite game, where the neighbor just jumps high enough that he escapes the map. Yep, that's the one. Okay, here's the thing. You know how... Oops, don't look at it. You know how if you know Hello Neighbor, basically, do I have to say it? Hello Neighbor is supposed to be a well, it uh, advertises itself as a stealth horror game, right? It's supposed to be that, and people were really interested in that. But as the alphas and betas and eventually the full release, came out, people started to not like it, especially now with the alphas of Hello Neighbor 2, the full release of Hello Neighbor 2, and now the prototypes of Hello Neighbor 3. Funnily enough, Hello Neighbor was never supposed to be considered itself as a horror game, believe it or not. Yes, I get it. Pre-alpha and alpha 1 were pretty creepy and scary. True, true that. People want the original style back. People just wanted the old creepiness of Hello Neighbor. Here comes the issue though. Community, yes, to be fair, it did say in the official game, description that it is a stealth horror game. Though, funnily enough, that's only the publishers, Tiny Build. They advertise it as that. Nikita, I think that's how he spells his name. I might be wrong. I might be saying it wrong. I don't know. But Nikita and the development studio Dynamic Pixels, well, back in the days, now disbanded, obviously, they were actually the developers of the game. Nikita is the creator of Hello Neighbor. He never really said it was a horror game. Like, as you can clearly see by the full release of the first Hello Neighbor game, it's not horror, like at all. And you can tell that Hello Neighbor 3 is again not really that much of a horror game. Okay? First of all, I'm gonna tell you why Hello Neighbor failed in the first place. The alphas were obviously way better, as people like to say, than the full release of the first game. Because it was the developer's first game. That was literally the first game. The style that the first game got is actually very much Nikita's style back in the day, actually. And as the release came out, Nikita and basically Dynamic Pixels were burnt out because there were only 5 people working on the whole entire fucking game. Exactly, you heard me right. He literally sang himself in a devlog that they were all pretty burnt out. But that didn't stop them, because they've been working like the prequel Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, the Secret Neighbor, like the spin-offs. and then a million other spin-offs on the sequel, Hello Neighbor 2. Now, Hello Neighbor 2 was basically the same issue. That was way better than the full release. It does have something to do with burnout, but it's also because Nikita actually left the development team um, because he was burned out. And I think at that point, might be wrong with that, but Dynamic Pixels was already disbanded anyway, and it was like a new group called Eerie Guest Studios or something like that. So that's that, but Nikita still left the development team. The remaining people that were there were trying to work on the game, and it came as shit. Because there was supposed to be the new villain, the guest or whatever. But yeah, if you guys have played the full release, I personally didn't really watch like the full release of the game. Didn't watch any playthroughs, so I might be wrong with that. But I don't think the guest even came on screen at all. I could be wrong with that, but if he did, it was like for one specific cutscene, like just he might be like Golden Freddy or Red Easter egg. He might be. That's basically what's happening with why the games that are now. Because simple. That was Hello Neighbor 1 was the developer's first game ever. Tiny Build advertised it as a stealth horror game, even though it's clearly not. It's a thriller puzzle game rather than anything else. And by the time the release came out, the team were burnt out. Hello Neighbor 2, they were still very much burnt out, and literally took over a year for Nikita to actually come back on the scene. And some other people from Iriges, they had to like work on Hello Neighbor 2 under the circumstances they were in. And now people are seriously annoying about this, including YouTubers, which won't name. If you know what's happening with Hello Neighbor, then you probably have watched YouTubers like complaining and bitching about it. So you might know what YouTubers I'm talking about. And now people are like desperate. Like people are literally making fan games out of the old Hello Neighbor alphas or pre-alphas or whatever. And now for Hello Neighbor 3, actually, they're asking for basically the old style to be back, everything old from the pre-alpha and alpha 1 to be back, since, they were never fulfilled in life. But also, then they feel unfulfilled because they never got what they were promised back in the day, because a lot of them were just kids. And now on a huge fucking nostalgia trip. Boom. Explosion. I basically told pretty much the whole story, like on short, like what the fuck is actually happening. The YouTuber I watched was worried about the development of Hello Neighbor 3. If you know about the latest prototype, that's something new, which is like pretty good for the gameplay. Also, they did kind of some things up, like the guest. He wasn't supposed to, like, he's basically chases you constantly. And even if you shine your light on him, he still just like stays pretty much at the same spot. Which even though I'm guessing he was supposed to like run away or leave, right? And the neighbor, which is like, who's basically the face of Hello Neighbor. The neighbor is literally in Hello Neighbor. His AI, for at least for I know, is also shit. He just kind of walks around. What was he actually doing? I think he did kind of chase you, but it was not. It's nothing really. Like first of all, I don't think there's any music. Second of all, he doesn't really chase you around as well. He just like, If he sees you, just kind of walks to you. I think, if I remember correctly. I personally have never played the prototypes. I might for a video if you guys want that. At the end of the day, Hello Neighbor, now people worrying about Hello Neighbor 3, and it might be like Hello Neighbor 2 situation or something like that. Here's the thing. Yes, the AIs might be shit right now, but it's pre-alpha and it states literally on the gameplay itself, like on the top, that everything is subject to change or something similar to that. So it doesn't even matter. It's pre-alpha. It's a fucking prototype. Calm down, guys. Seriously, calm down. I understand why you're worried, but come on. Like, the first two games happened because of the circumstances. Simple as that. Now, the development team, they have, experience now with making games. Now they've developed multiple games at this point. So that they're most definitely better now than ever. And they're not burnt out. Which is also which has also played a big part in why the game stuck. Now, why was I talking about Hello Neighbor 3 and with situation with Hello Neighbor 2? Because they're kind of similar. They're both like open world, but Hello Neighbor 2 is not really open world. Like you're supposed to not only go into a neighbor's house, but also in other people's houses. Basically, like you're supposed to like explore the whole town, right? But Hello Neighbor 3 does so much. I've looked through like the gameplays and stuff. Hello Neighbor 3 is so much better than Hello Neighbor 2. The differences between those two games are that Hello Neighbor 2 is narrative, yeah, basically a narrative story with specific objectives you're supposed to do in a specific way. It focuses on more investigating some mysterious disappearances, like murders or kids or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know the story of Hello Neighbor 2, I'm sorry. While its sequel is a sandbox adventure in a living town with a bunch of AIs that actually have goals to do and move uh, even while you're like away. Like they kind of do whatever. It's actually open world. It's not like Hello Neighbor 2 where it's supposed to follow a specific story. You just kind of it does give you some kind of objective, but it doesn't give you how you're supposed to go to it or get it. You're supposed to find your own way. Basically, what I'm saying is Hello Neighbor 3 is definitely way better than the first two games. So I don't know why the fuck people are. I don't know if I. I'm more seeing comments about the alphas being better than the full releases. So I haven't seen really like the prototypes the prototypes of Hannibal 3 being worse than the alphas of the first game. I haven't, but knowing how stupid and bitchy people truly are, there probably is something like that. And I'm sorry to break it to you, Hello Neighbor 3 will always be better than fucking Hello Neighbor 1. Sorry. Hello Neighbor 2, I'm just gonna say it, it's probably way better than Hello Neighbor 1 as well. Yes, I know that's a bold claim. He said the thing. But it's like, come on, bro. Sure, yeah, nostalgia. I get it. You want Hello Neighbor to be just the neighbor. You want to go to the neighbor's house, right? You're supposed to figure out what's in the basement. Bro, that's an old story. The development team, Erie, guess they don't need to fucking make a rebooted game of the first game. They don't need to do that. They don't need like go back to their own ways of like 2016 with the pre-alphas. They don't need to. They never intended for the game to be horror anyway. It's a fact. Deal with it. The stealth horror game part, that's all. I'll say that's all Tiny Build as well as the YouTubers' fault. Mostly Tiny Builds. They were the ones who probably wrote it in the description, the pre-alpha or something like that. I'm assuming. It's literally their fault that they advertise as such when it's not. I've been going on rant again, sorry. Hello Neighbor 3, and I'm supposed to be. I literally have like fucking um script. But still, but that doesn't stop me from going on rant. Yeah, boy. But yeah, Hello Neighbor 3 is a way better game. It's actually it's a cool sandbox adventure, eerie, open world type style game to let you explore basically the whole town, unlike Hello Neighbor 2. And you discover the secrets of the city. Neighbor 2 is more focused on structure, narrative, story, involving crime investigation. Hello Neighbor 3 offers a more open-ended experience centered around exploration interaction with AI in the living town. That's it. That's the whole like story of the whole backstory of why Hello Neighbor became so shit and why the games are now the way they are. And what's happening with Hello Neighbor 3 as well. I get it. Again, I get it. The script just ended. I can literally just like, do whatever I want now. Look, bro. Look, bro. I get it. You were promised a stealth horror, stealth horror video game where you're supposed to break into your neighbor's house, and there were like, I don't know, probably dead bodies in the neighbor's house. Who knows? At least that's what people thought. I'm guessing. I was a kid back then, so I understand that feel. But the thing is, you're blinded by nostalgia, and not only that, I'm talking to the people that are complaining about the Hello Neighbor games. Yes, that much is true. Hello Neighbor was originally scary, and it did promise itself as as a horror game. Um, even though it was never actually that funny enough. But you're just being blinded by nostalgia, which is just fucking stupid. And you also feel unfulfilled because like you never got what you wanted after years and years of waiting. And now people probably already grown up anyway, even back then I meant, are now like whining about it on the internet about how they want the old style back, they want the old stuff back. Yeah, sure, I was one of those people until recently. It's getting really annoying now, and I wish for that to just stop. Like seriously, just stop this. There's no point on shitting on like trailers or like the old videos for Hello Neighbor, like development, videos like from back in the day. There's no need for that. There's no need for YouTubers to also be bitching about it. Like YouTubers, you don't even know what you're talking about. I'm sorry to say this, but you have no clue what you're talking about because you have done literally zero research. That's a fact. Deal with it. I've done more research than you. I can assure you. I've literally wrote a whole script about it. Have you watched the devlogs of Hello Neighbor 3? No, you have not. Uh, Look, I don't want to be like attacking anybody. I'm just annoyed at this. Don't you guys think this has been going on for too long? Like, come on, though. Like, come on. It's been like a year. Calm the fuck down. Like, seriously, stop it. You're being stupid now, including the YouTubers. I wanted to get this video out simply because people need to hear the truth about Hello Neighbor and about why Hello Neighbor became the way it did. Like I've been seeing bunch of videos talking about Hello Neighbor. Uh, I've seen like one title which was like worst mascot of like of the worst like horror game mascot or something like that. That being Hello Neighbor. Yes, it is the worst one. Why? Because it's not even horror. It's not even never intended to be a horror game in the first place. It's a thriller puzzle game. That's it. It's not a stealth horror game. That's the truth, whether you people like it or not. It's that simple, really. And no, you'll never get what you want from the Hello Neighbor devs. Trust me, you'll never get it. You might as well just stop now because it's getting really tiring to listen to YouTubers complain about this. It's annoying. Stop. There's no point in continuing this. I can assure you. Okay? Don't think there's more I can really say. I just want to get the truth out. That's pretty much it. I'm probably at this point not repeating myself. So yeah. Hope you like this video. I hope you share it around because that's the truth and it needs to be heard and people legitimately need to stop complaining about this. It's annoying. Can you make games? Can these YouTubers make games? No, they sure as hell cannot. I don't know how to make games. If you enjoyed it, like the video. Um, maybe you didn't. I'm not gonna be mad at you if you didn't, because it's more of a different video than the last one. The last one was more of a fun reaction video, while now it's like just calling people stupid. But people are stupid. That's the issue. They legitimately think making video games is so easy and the Hello Neighbor dev team sucks. No, it doesn't. You suck. Tiny Bill sucks for lying to us. That's basically the whole issue. That's basically the whole issue with what's happening right now. Anyway, I'm not gonna drag this any longer. Bye bye. I'm Jacksepticeye.